If you're in Texas and you're a 7th grader or a 9th grader or a 10th grader, you might be preparing to take the STAAR test in writing. 4th graders also, but this particular thing I'm about to show you is called a Truism braid. I'm going to show you how to do a Truism braid, and it really is a powerful tool for scoring a high score on your essay for grades 7, 9, and 10. So the first step is to take a blank piece of paper and put the shape of a great big capital I, leaving space at the top and at the bottom. Okay? Do that with a piece of paper. So you're going to have the middle part split right in the middle. Then you read the prompt. And the prompt says something like, write about the importance of friendship in our lives. So then you think of a simple truism. We call that a simple T. There's a place right here for your simple truism. You're going to put what's one true thing, one life lesson about friendship that you believe is true, about why friendship is important in our lives, but keep it simple. So, do you think that it's true that friendship is something everybody has? Not really. Everybody needs tons of friends? I don't think that's true. I think everybody needs at least one good friend. I think that's true. I could use that as my simple truism. Everybody needs good friends. Good friends can make your life better. I think that's true. Good friends can change your life. Yeah, I'm going to say that. Good friends can change your life. Some people might want to say good friends don't matter at all. And that would be your truism. But for me, good friends can change your life. That's my simple truism. Then the next step is to look at my heart map. This is my journal. In the back of my journal, that's where I keep my heart map. There's my grammar chart too, but my heart map is right here. And in it, I've already written some things. Some of the things I love in my life. My favorite books and favorite movies. Stories I liked when I was younger. Moments from history that I think are intriguing. People that I think are amazing or inspiring or that I especially care about. Moments I remember as being important in my life. Possessions that I use as symbols in my life that symbolize something important to me. So that's my heart map, full of stuff. So I am going to now come to this side and think about that truism. I'm going to draw a great big heart that's going to take up about 1/4 of that space. And now I'm going to think of something on my heart map that shows how good friends can change your life. So I'm going to look at my heart map and shop for one of those, probably book or movie, those are easy to think about, that prove about friends. So let's see, I'm going to just look down here, a book. Oh, there's one called Owen Meany, A Prayer for Owen Meany. Probably not very many people have read that book. How about Napoleon Dynamite? Oh yeah, I love that movie. So there's a friend in there that changed somebody's life. So I'm going to write down on the heart just the name of the movie, Napoleon Dynamite. And then over here, next to the heart, I'm going to put some lines to make myself space just to explain what does Napoleon Dynamite have to do with that sentence. I'm just going to tell why I thought of that when I was looking at that sentence. And let me think, Napoleon Dynamite's friend Pedro. Remember when Napoleon Dynamite was helping Pedro run for president and he did that dance on stage at the end of the movie? I think that both of them enjoyed that friendship so much, and they would have had a lot more boring time in their lives without each other's friendship. So, how do I say that in a sentence? Napoleon and Pedro had a friendship that contributed to both of their lives. Napoleon, I'll say it more simply, Napoleon and Pedro added to each other's lives. I think you should make her a cake. I remember that moment from the movie. Bake her a cake. Added to each other's lives. Lives, not lives, lives. We change that F to a V when it's plural. And then, you see that space below it? I'm going to then make a truism about that specific thing. It's going to be a heart truism, a truism that comes right from Napoleon Dynamite. Let me think. They never said to each other, I'm going to change your life. It just happened accidentally by dealing with unimportant things. But wait a minute, running for president was an important thing. What would be true about the two of them? It was the everyday things they did together that changed their lives as friends. So sometimes friendship happens in the unimportant everyday moments. That's a truism. It's the everyday moments, the simple things. They weren't waiting for big stuff to happen. It's the everyday moments that show you who your friend is. That show you who your friends are. Ones that step up and say they'll do things with you. Who your friends are. Okay, that wraps up Napoleon Dynamite. I could say a whole lot of other things, but that's one. Okay, we'll call that done. Now over here, we're going to do another heart, and we're going to look at the heart map again. And think of one movie, book, or person over here. Let's see, who else is over here? The girl in The Tempest, her main person that helped her all the time was her father, Prospero. So sometimes your friend can be in your family. The Tempest. So I'm going to put the word The Tempest in my heart, because that's right off my heart map, a title of something that has to do with this. And I'm going to put lines and explain. Miranda's best friend was her father. He helped her a lot. Was her father. He even used magic to help her. So down here, I'm going to make another box down below and make another little truism that has to do with the Tempest. Sometimes your friend can be in your family. There's a truism. You think that's true? Sometimes your best friend might be related to you. Doesn't mean they always are. I've known people whose worst enemies were related to them. This isn't about enemies, though. Sometimes your best friends may be related to you. And now I've got two specific examples from my heart map. I have how they connect to that truism, and I have two sub-truisms. And you know what I'm going to do now? Here comes the magic part. I'm going to make one of them pink and one of them green. See what I just did? One of them is pink and one of them is green. And that truism is pink and that truism is green. And I'm going to color code now. Watch this. Some phrase from each one of these sub-truisms, like related to you in your family, or the everyday moments. Do you see how I just picked out the most important part of those two truisms? And for my bottom, my conclusion, I'm going to add the simple truism to the green and the pink. And it's going to now say, good friends can change your life. They will. They will change your life. Especially in the everyday moments. Here, that's the pink one. Especially in the everyday moments. Now, where am I going to put the related to you part? I think I'm going to put it up here. Good friends might even be related to you. Good friends may be friends or may be family, but they will change your life. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Could be friends or family, but they will change your life, especially in the everyday moments. Now, just to make sure, I'm going to do some proofreading with my colors. Did I say something about the everyday moments in here? There it is right there. And for green, did I say something about the related to you? I did. It could be family. And did I say this one up here, the simple T, the simple truism? Good friends can change your life. I sure did. And here it is. And that's braiding a truism into the specific examples right off the heart map. Now, this is the introduction. Here's the first body, the second body, and the conclusion. You can add to it. I suggest pitchforking or bada bing sentences, but certainly these with just maybe a little bit more explanation about the moments from those stories to add to the convincingness of it, to add to the believability of it, will take you up to a 26-line, really powerful piece. How do I know this? Because my good friends in Fulshire ISD showed me some things their students were doing. Here's an example of a piece of writing that scored an 8. This is downloadable on my website. It was scored an 8 in the 7th grade 2017 STAAR test. And do you know what we did? We looked to see, look, we found the green and the pink, the truisms, the sub-truisms, and where they put them all together at the end. But that's not all. Here's another one. Another 7th grader. We don't know who the student is because we had to take their names off. But here it is, all downloadable. And this student used different examples, a different truism, different sub-truisms. But if you take your green and your pink and your yellow, it's all there. These students are using the very same truism braid, and they had a huge number of high-scoring essays. Here's another one, look. You can find the pink and the green. One chunk where they name something from a truism map and they told what was true about that, and they wove that right into the conclusion, same way. So many examples. It's crazy that if you're doing a STAAR prompt for a 7th grade, 9th grade, or 10th grade test, it would be crazy not to use this. Remember how it starts? A simple truism that answers the prompt. Something from your heart map, something else from your heart map, a little tiny explanation of how that has to do with that, and then a little truism that's just about that one, just about this one. Weave it together, braid them all together on the bottom in the conclusion, and you're done. Mic drop. You can download these all at trailofbreadcrumbs.net. Thank you to Stephanie Vaughn and Linda Morgart from Lehman Middle School and Fulshire ISD for sending us those papers and showing us how you did it. Awesome job.